to Durham University for the first quarter-final of the BUCS Championship. Durham finishing fourth, taking on fifth place Bath. Both had a bye last week, so they've had time to recuperate and get themselves ready. Hugo, South Wales with me, former Scotland international. Hugo, what do you think of today?
Yeah, looking forward to it. As you say, first game. Weather's a bit better than it was last week down in Cardiff, but it should be a good night for these teams. Both teams, Durham and Bath this year, have played some exciting brand of rugby, and I'm looking forward to. Last time we were here, they played Loughborough. They put on a great show at home, so I'm expecting much the same from this Durham team tonight. One
of the things when we played the first game we covered down here, everybody had trouble under the high ball. We were saying it was the lights and everything else, right, and how they coped with it, and because the ball was just coming out of the pitch black. As a former fullback, I mean, is that something that you think they're going to have a trouble with again tonight, would you play to it?
Yeah, it's one of those things that you'll test it early on. You know, you're always going to put a fullback under pressure. As I say, the conditions tonight are nigh on perfect. So if it stays like this, both teams will be in for hopefully a good game. But see how it is first 5 minutes. If the light plays up like it did last time, yeah, it could be difficult. For me as a fullback, you've got to make sure you do not watch the defence charging. You just, for every single moment, do not take your eye off the ball. If they can do that, then there shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, and fourth versus fifth, there was about 8 points between them in the end. Your tip for tonight, do you think the league will just tell the story?
I think Durham, at home are a difficult beast to play against. You know, they've got a big pack of forwards. They've got some exciting backs. Just talking to Alex Key earlier, the coach, saying that Ben Stevenson, the youngster on the wing, Newcastle are trying to sign him as and when he finishes here. So, it's great to see guys getting noticed, guys having opportunities to play in front of a lot of people. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Durham front up. Let's not forget Bath. You know, they've had some good results this season, and they're perfectly capable of winning today.
Okie doke. Well, as you say, better conditions than last week, but let's have a look at those conditions last week, where Cardiff, in the last 16, took on Nottingham Trent.
Nostar, croeso Cymru, dydd hapus Dewi Sant. Good evening, welcome to Wales, and happy St David's Day to you all as we start the BUCS Championship for 2017 with this intriguing tie between two sides in different reversals of fortune when it comes to the form book, as Cardiff Met University host Nottingham Trent. For Cardiff, they've been huffing, they've been puffing in this first half. Yet to find no reward, and now they're going to do it the old-fashioned way, try and get this one over the line with the number 8 at the back. Aled Evans by his feet. Is he over? He is indeed.
Yeah, you have to say it was coming, wasn't it? 21 minutes of relentless pressure. In the end, they opted for the scrum ahead of the line out, and slightly fortunate to get away. It looked like the scrum had gone round 90.
Williams with the put in once more. And Evans at the back. Is this going to be a carbon copy of the first try? Is it going to be? Is it going to be? It is indeed. First time you like it, second time's a charm. Once more, at the back with Evans. He now picks up. Goes to Williams. Simpson. Good chance here for Miles Morehouse under the post. And it certainly is. And that's exactly what Cardiff Met were looking for just before the end of this first half.
Yeah, from out wide, and Alex Goebel there, the big man. Two brilliant fens.
Tap and go taken quickly.
And McCarthy, he's the man you want.
Malloy. And there could be a chance of going over here for Osdilly. Gaff is opening up as well. Got a chance in on that. This is Walton again. Walton, he's going to go for the kick himself. And the man back for Cardiff just to hold on. But all of a sudden, Nottingham Trent have awoken a sleeping giant here. They've finally come to the party. And it could be an opportunity here. Is he down? No, the referee says no. And that is the end of the game. Wow, wow. What drama we have here!
What a way to finish. He hasn't even consulted his touch judge. He says that as he's tried to charge it down, he's then tried to regather. We'll see here on the replay. Oh, that is very unlucky. That is so unlucky. The referee's made a on-the-spot call there. And there we have it.
And there we have it indeed. Cardiff Met are through by 19 points to 12. And Scott was the man who nearly got it over the line. But my word, what remarkable drama we have had here this evening.
Cracking game there at Cardiff, and those conditions really were testing. Was that a try at the end? Well, the ref said no, so that's all that matters. Now, over 100,000 people have seen the teams' videos so far of the Super League teams. Here's Durham University's.
Certainly one of my fondest rugby memories is playing for Durham.
Durham University based itself on pride, tradition and the desire to succeed.
Trying to instill in the players that it's kind of a privilege to wear that shirt. You're passing through and you have got to own the history of that shirt and the legacy that goes with that.
Durham University Rugby Club is actually the second biggest rugby club in the world. It's a great group of guys who come out, train sort of every day of the week, and it's a great team to be a part of. You build around your team ethos. I work with these guys, I study with these guys, I go out on a Wednesday with these guys, and you're playing with your best mates the whole time. So you're always having a good time and you're working for each other really hard. And at the end of the day, we're playing in a very sort of high standard of sport. So we want to win, and that's our main goal. But it makes it so much better when you're doing it with your best mates and your peers.
The standard of university rugby is fantastic. Compared to last year, this year the BUCS Super League, the standard's gone through the roof.
The rugby's been fantastic, really intense. It's like a quarter-final, semi-final every week. It's been challenging in terms of the physicality of it, which is exactly what we wanted. But there's also been some great rugby. There's just been some really outstanding rugby. So, you know, and I think it's brought a sense of occasion to the places. So Wednesday night's match night, and kind of the whole university's been buying into that, so that works as well.
We're also very aware of the tradition of the club. So for example, the kit that we wear is quite old fabric, but I think that makes us us. We're different from everyone else. We like to live by our traditions and live by what was done in the past, but we move forward at the same time.
We got this 1875 on all our kit now. Obviously that's meant to, if you look onto it, you're meant to feel pride, and obviously it's not just an opportunity to play for Durham University, you can progress from here. You get a massive mix of guys with different aspirations. Some guys want to go off to the professional game, reach the very high standards that ex-Durham alumni such as Will Greenwood, Josh Beaumont, Will Carling have done.
Set on its way, the crowd of silence, but it's over! Well, that may have just drifted in with a little bit of a flame.
That is an absolutely monumental win. 3.5 years waiting.
There's a real togetherness that we had as a club. We spent a lot of time with each other on the pitch and off it, and there's a real friendly and kind of hard-working environment. You know, University Rugby provided a perfect stepping stone for me to go to the professional game. It gave me a bit of extra time to put some size on and to learn the game through good coaches like Alex. So it did give you a lot of experience and kind of a challenge as a player. It just shows that kind of there is that pathway that you can go and play University Rugby and still go on and reach the highest peak of the game. So my 3 years at Durham University have been probably the best 3 years of my life. I've developed as a person, got to meet unbelievable people, created unbelievable contacts with people I've never met before in my life, and as a rugby player it's given me all the opportunities I need. It's put me in a shop window, especially with the new BUCS Super Rugby. It's given me that shop window that I've never had before, and it's opened a whole new amount of doors that I can go through. It's like Durham's just given me this massive key to anything I want, really.
I'm sure you'll agree, another cracking episode of the team series there. Now, earlier today, Hugo was talking to the coaches. Let's go down and get their opinions.
Thanks for joining us, Alex. Big game tonight, quarter-final, 2 games away now from that prized position at Twickenham. What have you learnt from that last game up here against Bath Uni when they snuck a win, I think it was 25-19?
We learnt they're a very resilient side. We went ahead 14-0 at once, well, very early on, and they've certainly got a lot of character and some good players. So yeah, it's going to be a challenging game.
And both teams have had a bye in the last 16. What have you worked on to combat this Bath team in the last 10 days to focus for what is a huge game?
I think we've worked more on what we can do, and just if we get our game right, we're comfortable with that. I think, I made the statement to the players, if we play well and they play well, I'd expect us to win.
And what does it mean to these guys, win tonight, potential semi-final down south? What does it mean to these guys to get to that next level, to push for that final at Twickenham?
I mean, Twickenham itself is a great prize for young kids, and they get probably 3 chances in their student career. So, and for some, they'll never get that opportunity again. So, it's a fantastic opportunity.
Well, best of luck tonight, and hope you get the result you deserve. I'm delighted to be joined by Aaron James, the Bath University coach. Big game tonight, knockout rugby, different to what we've seen this season with the BUCS Super Rugby League. What do you expect tonight? You've won up here the last game of the season. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, we are looking forward to it. Yeah, Durham are always tough. We always seem to get them in the quarterfinals, either them or Leeds over the last 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, they'll be tough.
So that's the view of the coaches. Don't forget, tonight you can win a £100 Nike voucher. Our sponsors, Give a Grad a Go, are offering that. If you follow them on their Twitter feed, use the hashtag BUCS Rugby Champ, and you could be the deserved winner of a £100 Nike voucher. Now, back over to Hugo. Tonight's game.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Durham, but we haven't mentioned much about Bath. A long way to come, a big drive up here, but they'll want to come up here, win the game. 5th in the league, they finished in the BUCS Super League against a team that finished 4th as well. Massive opportunity for them. Can they upset the apple cart and win the game? Do
you think it will be a big upset? I mean, like we've seen these teams during the year. It's been fairly close. You could argue the top 3 pulled away a little bit, but the rest of them, 4th and 5th, it's not that big a gap.
No, it wasn't that big a gap, and I think any team on their day in that position in the league can beat each other. So, it's a massive opportunity for Bath. To get through to the semi-final, put themselves 1 win away from Twickenham. It's anybody's dream. So for Bath, what an opportunity tonight.
Excellent. Right, now let's go over to Johnny Bryan, our commentator, and he'll take you through the teams.
And it's a very good evening from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you to Durham City Rugby Club, where we have reached the quarter-final stage of this BUCS Super Rugby Championship, where the University of Durham will host the University of Bath. A repeat of the final match of the Super Rugby from 2 weeks ago, where Bath got the better of this Durham side. It should be an interesting tie, this one, and alongside me in the commentary box, as the Sweet Caroline rings out around me, a man with a sweet smile in Hugo Southwell. Hugo, good evening to you. An interesting tie this one should be.
Yeah, very interesting tie, and I'm looking forward to it. We saw the last game of the BUCS Super Rugby League. This game went in favour of Bath, 25-19. A good team that came to the fore towards the end of that season, or the end of that league. So they'll be looking to come up here again, put a marker down. 2 games, remember, 2 games away, 2 wins away from Twickenham. And you look at these teams, you look at the inexperience at 10, at fly half and at hooker for Durham. That's where I think Bath could really get stuck into these guys.
Yeah, we were chatting beforehand, looking at the 2 sets of 15 from where they were 2 weeks ago. Only a handful of changes from both sides here. So Bath must be coming out here with a little bit of confidence, looking back at what they did here a fortnight ago, upsetting Durham.
Yeah, and I think they can do that. You look at the conditions tonight, perfect for both teams, perfect for running rugby. We've been watching both teams warm up, and for me, Bath look as if they're really up for this. They've been on a long bus journey, warmed up well, looking slick. Can they produce it on the pitch now? It's going to be a classic game.
Well, I'll run you through the 2 sets of 15 for tonight. The Durham side, first of all, line up like this. They make 5 changes from the team that lost to Bath here a fortnight ago. Adam Brocklebank comes in at 1 at the expense of Nathaniel Opido, who drops to the bench. Harry Barron 2, Diego Hasse Ferreira at 3, Colin Markham 4, Ed Varney comes in at 5 in place of Jack Heaney, Joe Duffy 6, Ethan Harbinson coming in at 7, Brodie Wilson the captain at 8, Tim Turner on his his 11th appearance this season. Comes in place of Harry Bassett. Charlie Norman, who is his second appearance, as Hugo was saying before, this season. That could be a very important night for him. Ben Stevenson at 11, Nathan Holmes 12, Tom McLean 13. The talisman for Durham, Rob Stevenson, is at 14, and Tristan Rawcliffe is the fullback at 15. The Bath side, they make 4 changes to the team that won here a fortnight ago. Conor McGrath 1, George Frampton at 2. Alex Woodard is the man who comes in at 3. Scott Russell and Will Britton keep their places at 4 and 5. Jack Davis at 6. Tom Kins moves from 7 to 8. And Mike Snook comes in at 7 instead. Will Flynn, the scrum half, comes back in at 9. George Humphrey 10. Jake Allen 11. Charlie Dunbar at 12. Robbie De Bruyne at 13. Craig Duncan comes in at the expense of Dan Rowland at 14. And Hugo Stiles, the short fullback, at 15. Keep your eye on him. He is the main kicker for this Bath side. So then, a fortnight ago, Bath came here and upset the odds, winning by 25 points to 19. Some would argue, Hugo, might have been a bit of a dead rubber, as both sides were stuck in 4th and 5th respectively of the results. But what do Bath look at tonight from what they did here a fortnight ago?
Well, I think it's the way they came back into the game. I think they went down early, 14-0 in the first 10 or 15 minutes, and they came back into the game. It was really impressive. They stuck at it, away from home, tough place to come. If they can do, they need a big start tonight. You go away from home, you want to get off the bus quickly, and that's exactly what they'll be looking for tonight.
Absolutely. So Durham, on the reverse of that, looking at their results, especially towards the back end of the Super Rugby season, wins up in Northumbria, a brilliant win down in Exeter when they were, I think it was like 21-3 down, and then winning it 22-21. And then a win at Cardiff, but then that loss here against Bath. One or two writers saying that maybe these could be the dark horses in this championships. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, well, I think obviously finishing 4th and 5th in the league, Durham in 4th and Bath in 5th. They were closely matched throughout the whole of the year, and I think this is just a brilliant matchup. For me, I think Bath probably on just slightly a better form, and they have the confidence of that result up here. Last game of the Super Rugby League, they won it. They're expecting to come here, and the added incentive of going down to Hartpury next week and then potentially a final at Twickenham is huge for both these sides. For Bath, I think they'll really be chasing it. Yeah, just to remind you, the winner of this will play, may not be Hartpury. Leeds do have to go to Hartpury tomorrow. Beg your pardon, Hugo. Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, in all fairness, we were chatting earlier, and even though Leeds didn't win a game in the Super Rugby, there's some rumours coming about from Yorkshire that all of a sudden the sleeping giant may be awakening. Yeah,
you have to say after that 51-3 result last week against Bristol, they are in buoyant mood. I mean, it's been a disappointing year for them, so apologies to Leeds Beckett. Hopefully they'll put in a great performance down at Hartpury tomorrow, and we can see them into the next round, but it's going to be tough. Hartpury have been outstanding this year.
Yes, Hartpury Leeds will play the winner of this tie tonight. Hartpury Leeds will play tomorrow afternoon. Just to remind you, this is a double header this week. We're down at Loughborough tomorrow night as well, as Loughborough will host Cardiff in the other quarterfinal. That's Cardiff University, by the way. Cardiff Mets go down to Exeter in the other quarterfinal. They play tomorrow afternoon as well. It's beginning to warm up nicely, this championship as well. It's after what we've seen in the Super Rugby this season, this is like a nice little, I wouldn't like to say dessert, I wouldn't like to say it's the main course either. I don't know what to call it. It's a nice little bonus towards the end of this hard-fought Super Rugby season.
Yeah, and after last week when we were down in Cardiff Met, the weather was absolutely atrocious, and both those teams, Cardiff Met and Nottingham Trent, in the last 16 made pretty good work of what they had that night. But tonight, perfect conditions, two teams desperate to get that result, and two teams evenly matched. So it should be, we should be in for a real treat.
Yeah, just waiting for both sets of 15 to come onto the pitch, and in fact, here come the Bath players now as they head onto the field of play. As a decent crowd begins to make its way here on Green Lane. Oh, that's a little bit harsh. That's the Only Fools and Horses theme tune has welcomed the Bath side. Well, maybe they were the ones coming out with a big deal tonight. And the Durham side about to make their way onto the field as the The buoyant crowd in the green shed across our way. They're always in a boisterous mood. There's many times that we've come here this season. They're going to be in full voice when these Durham side makes its way onto the field, and here they come now. So here we go. 80 minutes of Cup Rugby to come your way on this cool Tuesday night. Hardly a breath of wind, as Hugo said. Unlike the conditions we had down in South Wales last week when we had all 4 seasons in 80 minutes. Tonight there's no excuses. And it will be Bath number 10, George Humphrey, who will get us underway. 80 minutes of Cup Rugby for a place in the semi-finals of the BUCS Rugby Championship, and that's the exact start that Bath will be looking for.
Yeah, mistake straight away. Bath just wanted territory. They got it right there from the kick-off. The 9 scrum half there, Tim Turner, was outside his 22 and giving an easy platform here for Bath to attack from.
George Frampton would be the man. We're on Arrow's duty this evening from the touchline for the away side. Bath without their usual hooker, Tom Doherty, and their talisman, who scored many tries for the Bath side this season, but this is the exact start that Bath would have been looking for. Just slow progress for the away side, and they win a penalty for their trouble. Exact start that we're looking for, Hugo.
Yeah, an unforced error there from Durham right from the start, right from the kick-off, and an opportunity here, and you can see from the ambition straight to the corner. They see they're going for the jugular here. Well, I think Bath are setting their stall out here from the start. They haven't come up here to make the numbers up. They're going to use the experience that they got 2 weeks ago with the victory here on Durham soil. Yeah, and you can see from the size of this Bath pack, huge men. They're definitely going to go with the driving line out. All their tries have come so far from the forwards. That's what we're looking for.
And the drive is on as well. And the drive is on, and this could be the perfect start for the away side. Just going down, they're celebrating, but it is the home side who may be celebrating here. But it's been given a try to the away side, an exact start they would have been looking for.
Yeah, straight to the forwards, into the driving line out, set it up nicely, good shapes, and there it was. You look at this Bath pack, big men, and exactly what they wanted right from the start. Brilliant. When you're away from home, it's all about sticking to the basics and getting that scoreboard ticking over early on. That's exactly what they've done.
Well, the exact perfect start for the home side. For the away side, I do beg your pardon. Now Styles looking to add the extras here to give Bath a 7-0 lead. Sent it on its way, just going to miss on the right-hand side of the upright, but still a good start for the away side. The exact start they would have been looking for. Bath lead 5-0.
Yeah, and that's the confidence. When they came up here 3 weeks ago in that game in the last round of the Super Rugby League, they really struggled early on. They went 14-0 down. It's really important for their confidence just to get on the scoreboard early, start building a lead, and say to Durham, you've got to play from deep.
So how do Durham respond? Flynn. Back to Styles, kicks it low, but the ball's going to stay in field, and chance for Durham to launch the counter-attack with Tristan Rawcliffe. Rawcliffe spots a gap and beats the first man, but doesn't beat the second. Turner. Ball pops out, but still kept in the possession of the home side. Turner with a box kick. Spots a gap from the back. Styles is looking to be there to cover. But they are going to come back for an earlier infringement. And this is Bath who win the penalty. Yeah,
you can just see the over-eagerness of the right winger there, just in front of the kicker. And again, unforced error from Durham. Didn't need to be in front of the kicker there. Penalty to Bath. A chance after an initial bit of pressure there to clear their lines, or to get it up into the Durham half.
George Humphrey from his left boot. But there's an excellent kick as well, just shy of the 22. And it does seem right now that Bath are the ones, even though they warmed up for 2 hours before the game, and you always think that some of the energy would have been left on the field from the warm-up. They're the ones who seem match ready at the minute.
Yeah, they've got right into it straight from the kick-off, exactly what they needed. You know, they wanted to dampen any hopes of this home crowd, this home performance, and everything seems to be going their way at the moment. Until
you spoke too soon, my friend.
Until a line out not straight, but an opportunity here for Durham just to get in the game. They haven't had possession, and when they have, they've coughed it up or given away a penalty.
So first scrum of the evening. And the first examination for both these packs.
If you look at both the packs, you look at them both on paper and just watching them there, you know, Bath pack does seem a lot bigger, so it's going to be interesting from this first scrum if they have the ascendancy.
Turner with the put in and collects, and they go down the blind side. Kick goes high above the floodlights. This is a tactic that they do use in Durham. They like putting that ball above the floodlights. Try and catch the opposition off guard. But now we've got a bit of kicking tennis going on with the Durham number 10, Charlie Norman. Puts it into touch. And a decent kick from the Durham number 10.
Yeah, you have to say, they've gone quickly, but you have to say, brilliant kick from Charlie Norman. They've caught them a bit unaware here.
Taken quickly. Bath side looking to test and get a tough examination of this Durham side who have won 9 out of 14 this season. Going wide and so still picked up though by Craig Duncan. But Duncan under pressure. Flynn calling the shots. Downfield once more, and now a chance for Durham to launch the counter-attack, taken by Rawcliffe, and now on their own with Stevenson. Steven just held up. It's over the halfway line. Turner picks up now. This is Charlie Norman. The 10-metre line. Durham looking to find a response. It's a thunderous hit there on Ed Varney. Stop him in his tracks, but Durham still win the penalty for their efforts.
Yeah, and what I like about that is the counter-attack from Rob Stevenson. We've seen this year already, 9 tries, top try scorer for Durham by a country mark, and the energy and the enthusiasm he took the ball back with there, he just set a platform for his forwards, and 3 or 4 phases later, real quick ruck ball and an opportunity at 3 points. And I think from how they started the game, you know, they really need this. They need to get back in the game very quickly. But great few phases put together from Durham.
So Charlie Norman is going to be the man on kicking duty. is to reduce the deficit to 2 points. On the right-hand side of the upright, so it's as you were. Bath still lead by 5 points to 0.
Yeah, and you think in games like this, games of two teams that are so close to each other, those have got to go over in front of the post, 35 metres out. Normally bread and butter, have to make the most of those opportunities.
Rawcliffe claims the restart. Turner. Norman. Spots the gap open enough. This is Ed Varney. Now Durham are trying to put Bath under pressure. Turner out of play and another unforced error from the home side. Yeah, you just feel that it's just at times a bit frantic. You know, they need to just be in control a bit more. There, just rushed a bit, forced the pass, and an unforced error, as you say. And I feel with Durham, if they can keep hold of the ball, go through the phases, points will come, because their runners are being really enthusiastic, running onto the ball at pace, and they are creating something off every phase. But just be more patient for me. Collected by Tom Kinge for Bath at the line out. Flynn. Ball spinning away, that might go out on the full. It certainly does. And Durham will have an attacking opportunity inside the Bath half.
Yeah, and again, disappointing. Really good setup, good off the top line out. Good midfield ball, set up nicely for the split kick. And in the end, Hugo Styles, just execution. Right option, poor execution.
Harry Barron from the line. Barron finds his man. Turner. Norman. Nathan Holmes. Superb run this by Tom McLean. And McLean is going to go over to score! Well, everybody thought he was already celebrating. We thought the ball was down. And all of a sudden, he came just shy of the line. Well, for all the world there, Hugo, he looked like he was over it in, and it was a level game.
Yeah, what a line from Tom McLean. Really hard lines, brilliant option off the shoulder there of his centre partner Nathan Holmes. And for all money, you thought he was under the sticks, but great last-ditch tackle. The offload still wasn't quite enough, and a 5-metre scrum, another opportunity to get the try here.
Well, everybody was celebrating all around us. Even on the touchline in front of us as well. Superb last gap defence from Bath to stop McLean going over for his 4th try of the season. But still, Durham pick up second prize, 5-metre line out.
And you have to say, still a brilliant attacking platform here. Been really impressed so far with the 10, Charlie Norman. You know, really running the show. Big old unit. Can he produce something here?
Referee's already got his arm off for an advantage as Turner tries to worm his way over towards the try line. Said they're going to go with the forwards instead, to try and inch their way closer towards it. The home side trying to find a response. Touchline shouting it is a free ball. And there comes the crossfield kick. Put under pressure. Opportunity comes. And opportunity is collected.
Yeah, and great call from the touchline here. You can hear them shouting, free ball, free ball. He took it on. He had the advantage, penalty advantage. He's put it across. Slightly fortunate to come off the Bath winger there, but he's picked up the pieces and a good finish.
So then the early Bath try is cancelled out, as Durham make it 5 points apiece.
Yeah, and as you can see, he's just kicked it across. Charlie Norman, really good option. Saw the space, saw the opportunity, penalty advantage, and he's taken it well. And back in the game from nowhere. The last 5 minutes, Durham have really come into their game. Now a chance for Charlie Norman as well to knock this over and try and get them in the lead out of nowhere.
So then, this for the lead. Sends it on his way. The crowd are silent behind the goal, which tells you that it's been missed on the right-hand side of the upright, but we have a level game, 5 points apiece.
Yeah, thoroughly deserved. The last 5 minutes really come back into the game, Bath, and Durham. And what I like about it is that everyone, the eagerness, the urgency, especially in attack, haven't quite seen it in defence, but in attack they've been totally on their game, and when they get it right, they look very dangerous.
George Humphrey for the restart. Kick downfield, just goes over the heads of our cameramen and hits the dugout on the far side, but a decent kick all the same, up towards the halfway line, but Bath will have the line out.
Yeah, take 2 there from Tim Turner. The first time it didn't get a plan, just outside the 22 when he kicked it, but that time well inside, and it's made 40 metres. Good exit. All you talk about when you've scored a try, get your exit plays right, and he's done that. He's done exactly that.
Bath line out. Well, a little bit scrappy, and so much so our referee spotted it and gives possession Durham's way.
Yeah, and we talk about Harry Barron for Durham having only played 2 games this season, so as George Frampton as well, and it's showing those first 2 or 3 lineouts haven't been straight. You can't be, when you've got a platform in the opposition half, you have to be winning these lineouts away from home, and so far it's not gone very well for this Bath side.
Good scrum from Durham. Excellent scrum, and they get the reward from it.
Yeah, and it's all down to technique, isn't it, this scrummaging? What do I know? Bath look much bigger a pack, much more powerful, and yet they're pushed off the ball, penalty to Durham. And again, they just seem to be, there's been a change of momentum, just gaining the upper hand at the moment. Everything going their way just at this moment in time for Durham.
Another attacking platform coming the home side's way. They just reach up towards the 22.
Yeah, one thing this Durham side do have is not just this attacking threat, but also a really good kicking game, both with Charlie Norman and Tristan Rawcliffe at fullback. 2 guys, big, strong lads, and good kick for the corner. We're 20 metres out. Good opportunity here for Durham.
Back from the line. Well, our referee's been. There's not going to be any leniency in the lineouts tonight, for the looks of things.
Yeah, pretty stop-start for both hookers at the moment. And again, as much as we said with Bath, when they get into the opposition half, they need to win those. Durham, key opportunity there. Difficult line out to hit right at the back, but he went for it, and unfortunately not straight.
Then with the foot in. Another strong scrum from Durham. And they stopped the number 8 Tom Kinge in his tracks. And Durham have the ball. And now they're on the run with Holmes. Holmes now out wide towards Rob Stevenson, searching for his 10th try of the season. And it takes 1 or 2 or a number of Bath players to try and stop him in his tracks. Still with the home side. just shy of the line as Durham search for a second try. Harbinson trying to inch his way forward as they're going to play it down for Bath at the moment. A referee having a good look at this one. Just inches away from a second try from the home side. Inching their way forward. They've got a couple of men on the left-hand side if they go quickly. Instead, they're going to go route one. Just a few inches away from this second try, but the Bath defence trying to remain resolute. But for how long? They get it this time. They huffed and they puffed, and they broke down the Bath wall. Durham get their second try of the night. Yeah, and pure determination from the Bath and Durham forwards there. You could see they just wanted that so badly. Went again and again. You thought their chance had gone. Bath really tried to, you know, they could see them going for the base of the post. Easiest option, trying to hit the base of the post and score the try. But in the end, Bath's defence ran out, and there it is. They take the lead, and after the start they had, it's a great position to be in. Indeed it is. Durham lead now by 10 points to 5. We do have a player down currently, as we wait for Charlie Norman to have his kick at goal, but we can't see from our angle who it is down at the moment. And hopefully it doesn't look too serious. Yeah, one thing for me, just look at this Durham team, they look far more dynamic. You know, Bath, big set of heavy forwards. In these conditions, you need quick ball. You need people running onto the ball at pace and really trying to burst through the tackle. And that's what they've done so far. And every phase is generating quicker and quicker ball for Durham. It's probably the execution which has stopped them from going even further ahead. Saying that, they're really starting to hit their straps now, and the last 10 minutes, they found that rhythm. The Durham players just receiving some refreshments on the touchline, and the Bath players are now heading away. We still can't tell from our angle. Myself and Hugo are commentating on pitch level today, so we can't see which player is actually down on the floor at the moment. I think it is a Bath player, as the number 20 for Bath, Adam McCarthy. Looks like he's going to get ready to come onto the field. Scott Russell, the man who's down at the minute. Well, there we go. He's now sitting upright. Hopefully, it's not too much of a serious injury for the Bath forward. Well, he's up on his feet now. Yeah, that is the good news, isn't it? He's up on his feet. He's walking off. It's never nice to see all the players starting to walk away, but he's walking off unaided. Everyone around the ground, you can hear sympathetic applause, delighted to see that. So Norman is to send the home side 7 points clear. Well, it was a little bit close, that, wasn't it, for comfort? Yeah, it was one of those where he's leant back thinking he's only 10-15 metres out, hasn't actually gone through the ball, and nearly pushed it out to the right. Luckily for him and for everyone around here, they have extended their lead to 7 points, 12-5. 12 points to 5. Flynn. Well, Britton. Flynn. Oh, looping pass. Now a little running rugby coming from the away side. Try and find a way back into this tie. It's a long way to go. Humphrey tries to break the line, but stopped in his tracks by Colin Markham. Bath win the penalty. chance for them to respond instantly, Hugo.
Yeah, and the referee's called him for not holding his own body weight. He's gone over the ball, probably resting on his elbows, and referee's called him. And another opportunity, Humphrey here, who attacked the line well there, really like that, taking the ball flat, options left and right, and he's put it into the corner for Bath.
Well, a little bit of a slice of his boot, I think, there. I think you wanted to go a little bit further than that, so just sliced off his boot a little, but still, with the away side, and they'll have the line out inside the 22. Yeah,
and this is what the Bath game's built on, isn't it? Especially, you know, we talk about away performances, big forwards, just get the ball in the corner, get their platform. But first of all, as we've said so far, George Frampton's got to hit his man.
That was Frampton from the Ockett on this occasion. Does find his man this time. Can the Bath forwards start getting into gear here? And now they're slowly starting to inch their way forward. Slowly but surely. So in the scrum half is waiting behind it, but the counter comes back from Durham to try and stop them in their tracks. The referee's got his arm out. I think a penalty is en route for the away side. So maybe a bit of a free swing here coming from the men in blue and yellow. Looking for an instant response. Now we saw how much Durham huffed and puffed when they were at the Bath try line. Now let's see how Durham can respond. There's a number of men over here with the ball is lost, but back they are going to go for that earlier penalty. But opportunity missed there, Hugo.
Yeah, you can see what they were trying to do, mix it up, keep it tight, suck in all the defenders and then exploit out wide. But the execution wasn't quite there and the referee pulls them back for a penalty. Be interesting to see. I'm sure they'll go straight for the corner again.
Well, the scrum half Flynn's got the ball in hand and he taps it in towards the corner for a 5-6 metre line out.
Yeah, obvious choice, you know, when they've gone to the corner from a bit further out. There's only one option there, and there we go for the driving line out again. This game, for me, the only way that Bath, yes, they've got exciting backs, but we saw from the execution there, not quite up to the standards of these backs for Durham. So for me, it's going to be won, if it is won, by Bath in these big forwards.
Collected by Alex Wood, and now the drive is on. Another referee's got his arm up once more for another infringement. So another free swing going Bath's way. There's only about 3 or 4 metres out. Try and play Durham at their own game as they got their second try. Trying to use the same methodology. Back they're going to come, and now somebody could be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the ref does. I think they'll more likely going to be a warning here. Looks like he's going to give a warning to Durham next time. Someone will be in the bin, so they're going to have to be very careful on the driving line out here. They'll go for the corner again, and they'll look to get a penalty out of Durham, and maybe not just a warning, but a yellow card next time.
So third time's the charm, as the old saying goes. Frampton finds his man. And now the forwards trying to do their work, and they make an excellent work of it as well. Just been held up just 3 or 4 metres shy of the line. Still with the away side as they try and inch their way forward bit by bit. The referee has a good look. Now going down to the blind side. And again, good Durham defence to stop this Bath onslaught at the minute. Trying to inch their way closer to this line, and right now the Durham defence are the ones who are standing tall, remaining resolute, as Bath have had all the territory and possession in this last few moments of play. Ball has been knocked forward, and Durham can breathe again.
It's going to be interesting. He's going to video ref here, and he said it's been knocked on. I can see by the celebrations from the Bath players, a bit muted, just trying to convince the referee that it was a try, but a knock on there and a chance to breathe again for Durham. Brilliant defence from Durham. For me, Bath just didn't quite mix up their game. They just went to the driving line, to pick and goes, and they just need to mix it up. Just get it out the back to the 9, get it out the back to the 10, and play off them a bit more. At the moment, it's just too predictable.
You go on the mark.
So then, Durham, a chance to clear their lines on the scrum, deep inside their own 22. A chance for everybody to breathe again as the home side lead by 12 points to 5.
Yeah, for me, you feel they really need opportunities like this when they get deep in, they get a penalty down 5 minutes out from the line. They have to make the most of it, whether it's a penalty, chipping away at the score where they haven't done that, and a chance here for Durham to clear their lines.
Turner with the put in. And Durham win the penalty. And now the referee recalling another player on for a little bit of a warning, and there's a little bit of afters as well.
Yeah, and that's just frustration boiling over in it for Bath. You know, they were down there, they had the opportunity, they've wasted it. Not only have they lost the possession, but they've given away a penalty, and it's given them an easy opportunity now, Durham, to get out of their 22 at least.
Pass on the message.
Straight and square. Stay straight and square.
Number 1, not square and straight.
Durham to send this one downfield. A chance to relieve some pressure. Decent territory has been made from the home side.
Yeah, Tristan Rawcliffe again. He's the man that steps up in the dead ball situations, and as I said before, he's got a big old boot on him and clears the line well. And being under considerable pressure, and now a chance to get to the opposition half.
Stolen by Bath at the line-outs from their number 6, Jack Davis. Flynn, Humphrey, Charlie Dunbar. Picked up by Tom Kinge. That's the Durham 10-metre line. Flynn. Thunderous hit, that was indeed. But Bath are the ones who win the penalty.
Yeah, frustrating there for Durham. Brilliant line speed, really got up. First 2 or 3 defenders putting a huge amount of pressure on Humphrey there at 10. But just a bit high, slipped up. Even if you, these days, if you hit around the shoulder and it slips up around the neck, that's a penalty. So the referee's gone with that decision. So many momentum shifts in this game at the moment. You think that Durham are going to get back into it, then Bath get back into it. You know, Bath at the moment are having a good spell of 2 or 3 minutes.
5 man fellas, take a step at the back here. How many? Let's go.
Yes, they've got plenty of territory in possession in the last 10 minutes of play, but nothing has come from it. Collected from the line-up once more. And now a little bit of a run. Coming to the away side, trying to catch Durham off guard. Tom Kinge is the man now, trying to burrow his way forward. Calling for men on the right-hand side are the home side. Short of numbers, but now they got the men back. Flynn. Humphrey. Inside pass to Robbie De Bruyne. Now Bath using the powerhouses, using the forwards. They've picked up most of their tries this season from the 1 to 6. Flynn, Humphrey. I think the referee's calling it back for an earlier penalty.
Yeah, I think the offside, they're too eager to get off the line, Bath, close to their line, 5 minutes out. Sorry, Durham, really, really good lines people. Sometimes just over eager and get in front. An easy 3 points here, you would have thought, for Hugo Styles.
I would argue, is that just reward for their efforts in the last 10 minutes? But you would argue 7 should be their just reward.
Yeah, I think they would have been looking for 7 points. And I think for me, the frustrating thing for
they picked up the silver medal after all their efforts there, haven't they?
Yeah, for me, Bath just at the moment they look a bit clueless when it gets to that final third in the red zone where they want to be ruthless. They just look as if they're just going through the motions a bit. You know, for me, Durham, when they get in the red zone, when they get in the opposition 22, they sense blood. It looks like Bath only have one option at the moment, the pick and go.
Hugo Styles puts his tally to 53 points for the season. 12 points to 8. Bath trial.
Yeah, and deservedly so. They've got back into the game. The momentum has shifted a bit, but they'll want to keep it. They'll want to get their exit right now and just keep ahead of the game. They've just struggled, apart from this last 5 minutes, they've struggled to get any foothold apart from that first 5 minutes. So a big moment in the game now for both teams.
Charlie Norman with the restart, just stays in touch and to put the Bath Wings under pressure. Flynn, that was the man who collects. Stopped by Joe Duffy and Diego Hassi Ferreira for Durham. That one goes high in the air from Flynn's boot. The done number 8, the captain, Brodie Wilson, was the man who collected. This is Tristan Rawcliffe now. Stopped by Humphrey and Craig Duncan. Turner. Duffy. Beats his first man and gets over the gain line well. Turner. Wilson. Offload to Harbinson. Turner. Charlie Norman. But penalty conceded and Bath will have possession in midfield.
Yeah, slightly harsh there on Charlie Norman, not releasing on the floor. Referee said he was tackled and held, so he had to release it. But you know, again, once they get into their game, once they get phases going, they do look dangerous. They've just got to make sure that they just keep the continuity going, not force an error, not give a penalty away like they did there. And I think Bath defence seems stressed when they get the phases going.
Frampton doesn't find his man. Ball's turned over. A chance for Durham to launch a little bit of a counter of their own, but they're stopped by Charlie Dunbar, but not for long. Good offload. Tom McLean. McLean with the offload to Tristan Rawcliffe. Rawcliffe goes to ground. Turner. Brodie Wilson. The ball turned over now. Here come Bath. Can they pick up something towards the dying embers of this first half? Well, they may pick up something. They do win the penalty. Now, is this in Hugo Styles' kicking range? I've seen him kick points from this range earlier this season, and to get within one towards the end of this first half wouldn't be too much of a bad result for that account in this first half, Hugo.
No, interesting to see what decision they make. I think that Humphrey will go for the corner. You know, they've had the most of their success has been from the driving line out, and it looks like they'll be doing the same again here. Probably just out of range. That's a better kick.
Inside the 22 it comes. Bath picking up a lot of success from the driving line out, but only 3 points coming from it so far, as the Durham defence was strong and resolute. But how long can it last for?
Yeah, and you feel this is 4 or 5 minutes to go before half time. This is a key moment for Bath. Then again, we mentioned last time they were in the 22. They don't really get many opportunities. They've got another one here. Can they take it?
Once again, trying to inch their way towards the line. Pick and go, pick and go, pick and go is the route in which Bath wants him to get over, and indeed that is the case.
Yeah, and it was coming, wasn't it? They've been under the cosh, Durham, for the last 5 or 10 minutes, and there it was. I said it's their only option, the pick and go. They've gone with it again, and eventually it's paid dividends. And that takes them into the lead, 13-12.
Is that a fair reflection of this half, do you feel?
I think it's just swung, hasn't it? I mean, you've had Bath start the game well, then Durham coming back into it, and now it's Bath in the ascendancy again. So a huge moment for them just before half-time. This kick is pretty crucial now for Hugo Stiles. He knocks this over, get them 3 points ahead. That'll be massive for them going into half-time.
A very, very important try maybe for Conor McGrath on this Bath side. McGrath picking up his second try of the season. And now Stiles to send his side 3 points clear as we approach half-time. Well, the partisan home crowd will tell you where that one's gone. Inside the left-hand side of the upright, so 1 point game with about 2 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, just getting into the lead is crucial for this Bath team. They've been under the cosh. They were until the last 10 minutes. Now, as I say, the momentum has shifted in their favour, and can they make the most of it? Can they hold out, get their exit right, get down the other end and cement that lead going into half-time?
To the corner once more. Picked up by Craig Duncan, the Bath winger. And now then, yellow card for the number 3, Diego Hasse Ferreira. And 10 minutes in the bin for the number 3.
Yeah, that could be crucial. We've already seen the referee penalise Durham for a high tackle in midfield. Another one there. He went straight, these are the regulations that they now have to follow. It was dangerous, he thought. I think it was either a swinging arm, but he's gone to the bin, and how crucial could that prove?
How many? 5.
Frampton from the line. Lost up the line out. Adam Brocklebank was the man who picked up the scraps. Turner. Joe Duffy. Ball comes out loose, and now Bath looking to launch a counter-attack and pick up a little Brucey bonus before the end of the first half. Flynn. McCarthy. Flynn goes to his left-hand side. Stiles. Flynn. Bath side, trying to put Durham under pressure, but ball spills out into the home side's possession. Finishing the half with the charge down. And all of a sudden, gone very, very scrappy towards the end of this first half in this BUCS Championship quarter-final.
Yeah, and a line out, oh, that's half-time. That is half-time, so not a chance for Bath there to have a line out, which would have been one of their strengths so far. So half-time, and they're in the lead, Bath.
Indeed, that is where we stand in this BUCS Rugby Championship quarter-final. The University of Durham 12, the University of Bath 13.
Leeds, Beckett, Northumbria, Loughborough, Cardiff, Met, Bath, Exeter, and of course Durham, the Palatinates. And Durham's finished 4th in the league table, and that's resulted in tonight's home draw against Bath in the quarter-finals. And you'll notice cameras located around tonight's game, and they're live streaming on the BUCS Super Rugby website. But also tonight's game will be featured on BT Sport 1 after the Anglo-Welsh Cup between Saracens and Leicester on Sunday, March the 12th at approximately 5:15. And then it will be repeated after Rugby Tonight Extra.
A very warm welcome back to Durham City Rugby Club, where the BUCS Rugby Championship quarter-final between the University of Durham and the University of Bath at half-time lands like this. It's University of Durham 12, University of Bath 13. Hugo alongside me, former Scotland International Hugo Southwell alongside me for this one. Hugo, your general thoughts of the first half?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about a game of two halves, you talk about half of two halves. You know, Bath started very well. Durham came back into it, real energy, real enthusiasm, real aggressive, hard running, and then suddenly Bath from nowhere, a turnover and an opportunity to get back into it. So, yeah, for me, both teams have been in it. At the end there, Bath going into the lead, how crucial could that be? 13-12 at half time could prove decisive, and that yellow card at the end of the first half.
Could be vitally important. Have you been impressed of, especially Bath when they went down 12 points to 5, the way that they've come back into the game?
Yeah, I feel that they've come back to the game through their forwards. We talked about their big forwards, their driving line out, and their pick and goes around the fringes. And at the moment, the only issue for me is going forward. I feel that Durham are going to score points. Durham keep hold of the ball, they're going to score points. Where else are Bath's points going to come from? Probably just from their forwards. They need a bit more of an all-rounder game, potentially over 80 minutes to beat this Durham side.
Both sides in the dressing rooms right now. What do you expect the set of coaches to be saying to both sets of 15?
Well, I think for Durham, just be patient. You know, if you go through the phases, get your continuity get your structures right. They do look the more dangerous side, but they're still behind on the scoreboard, and that comes down to the accuracy from Bath at certain moments of the game when they're in the opposition 22. And you know, they've taken their chances. Probably one they didn't take, but apart from that, they've taken their opportunities, and they are deservedly, I would have said, for the last 10-15 minutes of that half in the lead. For me, can they hold on to it? I think Durham will come out firing in the second half. I feel there's a lot more to come from this Durham side, whereas with Bath, I think they've almost given their best shot. You know, for Durham, I think there is more to come. They haven't even hit gear 3 yet.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see as we approach the second half. So mind you, this BUCS Rugby Championship is sponsored by Give a Grad a Go. And we have a winner from last week's competition, who won the £50 pizza voucher. That was Thomas Phipps of Leeds Beckett University. He's a player for Leeds Beckett, we believe. The guys from Give a Grad a Go gave it to him. And I hope he's not the Leeds Beckett player that doesn't eat any takeaways. If it's the case, Thomas, then unfortunately for you, that's a bit of a wasted prize. But there's another prize up for grabs. We'll Give a Grad a Go this time. If you go on their Twitter page and retweet them, there is a £100 Nike voucher up for grabs this time around. So get into that competition, and we wish you the very, very best of luck. But this game is going to come down to luck. 1 point the difference right now. This could be down to luck in all fairness. It could be a kick, it could be a penalty. But the first 10 minutes absolutely crucial for Durham not to concede any points, especially down to 14 men.
Yeah, well, we saw how tight it was in the BUCS Super League earlier in the season. All the games tight. They finished 4th and 5th respectively in the league. So these two teams are evenly matched. We can see that. We've seen that already. We can see that in the scoreboard tonight. So a big, as you say, first 10 minutes. Which team comes out stronger? For me, Durham need to show their true class. At the moment, they haven't shown it. They'll need that in the first 10 minutes to put Bath on the back foot.
And just to remind you as well, that we do have a hashtag. If you want to get in touch with us, hashtag is BUCS Rugby Champ. Get in touch on Twitter, and some of the more colourful ones will be put on the screen for all to see this evening. Just to remind you, the winner of this tie will be playing the winner of the Hartpury Leeds game tomorrow. They play tomorrow night. Hartpury with the #1 seed after winning the Super Rugby. So let's have a look at the 4 tries that we've seen here this evening so far, as we both wait for both sets of sides to come back onto the field of play. And this is the first try coming from Bath, and this was right in the corner, and it was the opening try, well, the opening score in the opening minutes of the game.
Yeah, and you know, we know what the Bath side were going to bring to this game: driving line-outs, pick and goes, big forwards. Exactly what they did right from the off. A mistake from the kick-off from the scrum half for Durham, kicked out on the full, an opportunity straight away for Bath, and there it was. Very simple, straight on the scoreboard, and a real statement early on.
The second try was more or less a instant response from Durham. It only took him a handful of minutes to get this try back on level terms.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing for Bath is how Durham, how easy they found it to score. You know, they didn't have to work as hard as Bath have. Bath have hammered the line, whereas Durham, few phases, they seem to be more effective, more dynamic, and get close to the line quicker than this Bath side. So, you know, Bath in the second half will want to make Durham work a lot harder for their tries.
Third try again for Durham. Coming from, well, it was a free passage of play. They already had a penalty in hand, didn't they? And then...
Yeah, and Charlie Norman took the responsibility. The calls were coming from the touchline. They were coming, just get it across, put a crossfield kick in. Yeah, they got a bit of luck, but you deserve luck for trying a hand. And, you know, I think it was Rob Stevenson on the end of it. I think it's 10th try of the season. Great effort from him.
And then, towards the death of this first half, Bath took the lead.
Yeah, and there it was, a pick and go. You know, we've talked endlessly about it, about what these forwards can bring, what they can do against this Durham pack. And again, they showed around the fringes, if you don't make your first up tackles, they're going to get the try. And that's exactly what they did. And they took a lead, 13-12. And, you know, we wouldn't have thought of that halfway through the first half. Durham were in the ascendancy. Suddenly the momentum shifted, and here we are, 13-12 at half-time.
Just looking at the results of the past couple of meetings that these two sides of play, it was 25 points to 19, the Bath one here 2 weeks ago. Before Christmas, down in Bath, it was 15 points to 10 to Durham. And I'm looking at one or two others in 2013. It was 27-26 to Durham. In 2012, 19 points to 13. So these two sides do like close encounters.
Yeah, and they've been closely, every game, as you say, closely fought out, but also where they were, you know, in the league across the whole season. They were very close. They're both close to each other in terms of performance. So, you know, again, we expected it, 13-12. Who comes out faster than second half? That is the key.
Bit of a long break for this half-time break, as we're both still waiting for both sets of sides. Good crowd here though this evening, on this cool evening, on this March evening. There's a few people still wrapped up warm, but the ultras, as it were, in the stand across our way were all suited and booted, and as they cheer on the Palatinates, as they're known as in this part of the world.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Alex Keys said in there at half-time. You know, we had a chat with him before the game. You know, very good coach, and he'll be looking forward to seeing what he can get out of his team in this first 10 minutes. You know, we know what's at stake. You know, a semi-final at Hartbury or at Leeds, against Hartbury or Leeds Beckett next week. So huge opportunity, and then one more game from Twickenham for both these sides. So, you know, crucial half for both sides in their seasons.
Yes, one of these two sides, their rugby season ends tonight. The referee saunders his way back to the touchline to get this second half underway. And it will be Charlie Norman to start this tie. Flynn. Charlie Norman. And start that Bath would have been looking for.
Yeah, and for me, a poor option there from Charlie Norman. He looked up, he sort of got caught in two minds. You know, for me, start the second half, play territory. You know, you've given opportunity straight away to Hugo Stiles here, 40 metres out, difficult opportunity, but he has a chance here to extend that lead, and would have been more sensible there from Charlie Norman to get the ball down, say to Bath from 80 metres, you know, take the game to us.
This is in Hugo Stiles' kicking range, and this will be to extend the lead to 4 points. And as you mentioned, Hugo, this is the exact start that Bath would have been looking for to begin this second half. Stiles 53 points from his boot this season. More importantly, this to give Bath a 4-point lead. Just pulled on the left-hand side, and how important could that be come the end of the game?
Yeah, these are the opportunities you have to take. You know, giving it right at the start of the second half would have taken them out to 16-12, a try ahead in effect. You know, Durham would have no need to score a try, so you know, crucial for me that Hugo Stiles takes the opportunity, just missed to the left post, but big opportunity.
Flynn collects, puts the one high above the footlights, it descends into darkness. Stiles sends it backwards. Bath on the attack with Frampton. Penalty to Durham.
Yeah.
We're seeing crossing, but
yeah, interesting to see. I think Durham players made the tackle and they retreated, and as they went to clear out, so clear past the ball and block some of the guys coming back into the ruck or near the ruck. So yeah, unfortunate for these Bath players, just as they were getting some sort of momentum.
Harry Barron. Stolen at the line out. Flynn is the man who takes up. Flynn. Adam McCarthy. Flynn. This pass was still collected by the away side. This is Craig Duncan. Good offload from Duncan. Mike Snooker. Puddles forward. Ball is lost there from Conor McGrath. And now Durham trying to dance their way forward from the number 7, Ethan Harbinson. Turner back inside the 22 and hoofed downfield. Decent kick it is too, high in towards the lights, but still collected in play. Will Flynn high above the floodlights into darkness. It comes down, collected well by the Durham number 14, Rob Stevenson. 9 tries to his name this season, but he's had a quiet game so far. Box kick downfield, a little bit of a gap opening up as this ball may go over, and indeed that is the case. Flynn will touch down.
Yeah, fortunately though for Durham, didn't quite go the full distance, didn't go the dead ball line, so only at 22, otherwise we would have had a scrum back. So you know, right option, execution not quite there.
Restart. Collected. This is Charlie Norman. Just breezes past Conor George Frampton. This is Ed Varney. Turner surveys his options. He's going to go to his left hand side and uses the number 12 Nathan Holmes. But that ball was forward. And we talk about unforced errors, especially in an important game like this, and you've got to try to keep them to a minimum.
Yeah, at the moment, the first 5 minutes of the second half, there has been a lot of errors on either side. Just basic errors as well, forward pass, and no need to force it there. Just go through the fake. When you get possession back from the opposition team, just hold on to the ball and the opportunity will come. And at the moment, they're trying to force things out of nothing.
Number 11, Ben Stevenson, going off the field for Nathaniel Abido. Just remind you that Diego Ferreira is still in the bin for, we estimate, another 3 minutes at least. But since Durham have come down to 14 men, Bath have yet to trouble the scorers. It still remains as you were. But for how long? Styles goes low. Kick back downfield. A decent kick as well, up to the halfway line.
Yeah, good kick there, but good pressure. This is exactly what Bath need. You know, they're in the lead. Durham need to chase the game. Exactly what they did there by forcing it in midfield and giving away a knock on. So Bath are under no real pressure to go and throw it about. Just put the ball in the corners, get the territory, and try and build this lead. Force errors out of this Durham side, trying to chase the game.
Frampton. Collected by Grip. Knocked forward, our referee says it was, but there's a chance here for Durham to pick up the scraps. Head forward themselves. Turner. Holmes. Turner. Can't get teed up, but that ball was another forward pass there, Hugo. Another unforced error from the home side.
Yeah, Nathan Holmes again. That's the second forward pass from him in this second half, and they're really disappointing. Just got a hold. I think there, unfortunately, the forward just didn't quite hold his depth off him. But the one before was plainly his problem, and something they've got to sort out because they're getting into momentum. They're getting some continuity going, and then just a really basic error after 4 or 5 phases.
Come around, guys.
Started again. So take 2. Penalty going Bath's way. Hugo, your thoughts?
Yeah, and everything at the moment seems to go in Bath's way. Exactly what they would have been looking for. The sort of team, they're quite a structured team. We said forward orientated. They want positions like this. They want to be able to keep the ball deep in the opposition half and just get their line out drive going, get their pick and goes going. That's how they get the momentum. So this is a great moment as we see the prop coming back on. Yeah, we see back to their full complement now. So just as the line out set there for Durham.
Yes, Durham return back to their full quota. Bath lineups. Roughly 10 minutes played in this second half. Placed in the semi-finals of the BUCS Rugby Championship at stake. The lineouts haven't been the prettiest that we've seen so far this season, but still did the trick for Bath on that occasion. Ball pops out, but the referee said it went backwards, much to the disagreement of the partisan crowd opposite. Flynn. Tom Kinge. Flynn again. Will Britton. It's one man and another. As Adam Brockham back sent him to the floor. Styles loses it on that occasion. looking to trying to build an attacking platform here from that knock on. The offload, ball went backwards, says our referee. It is still picked up by Brodie Wilson as he found touch. Touch right in front of it. And he was happy with what he saw. Joe Duffy was the man who picked up. Norman. Holmes. Tristan Rawcliffe. That is a knock on. And it just seems that Durham just can't get out of second gear at the minute. They've just been trying to build the phases and trying to build some momentum here, but they just keep making unforced errors. Yeah, they're really going wide there before they've earned the right to go wide. They've got to go. They've got to suck the numbers in. Yes, okay, it was off turnover, so you could argue just get the ball out there wide. But for me, at the moment, they've got to play a bit more territory. They've got to be a bit smarter with the ball when they've got it. From a Bath point of view, they're not really sucking enough defenders. Durham are defending really well, not committing too many numbers to the breakdown and saying, you've got to beat us one-on-one with your footwork, with your skill. And at the moment, Bath aren't quite up to it. Stiles and Humphrey leading the field. Dan Rowland and Ludwig Hopkinson coming on for Bath. Again, for Bath, they'll be very happy with where the game's being played at the moment. No real territory from Durham in Bath's half. It's all been played around the halfway line, and when you're in the lead, that's exactly what you want. Durham win the penalty, much to the delight of the men in purple jackets opposite. Yeah, might as well call that the noise they're making. It's similar to the shed at Gloucester. Absolutely loving it over there, and perfect response from the Durham forwards. We spoke about not much territory. Well, here's an opportunity. Tristan Rawcliffe to put it in the corner. Exactly what he's done. Great kick. Superb kick, and now an attacking platform. Right, can be built here.
Takes our scoreline. That's Bath 13, Durham 12. Come on, make some noise!
Right in the corner. A lot of people laughing at the MC that they got behind the goal here. I'm pretty sure that he thought everybody was on the waltzers then for a second. Back at the line out, and now Brodie Wilson, man in possession, picked up at the back by Ferreira. Wilson collects, gains a couple of metres from it. Brocklebank. Brodie Wilson, only a handful of metres out. Joe Duffy tries to spot the gap. Plugged by the Bath defence, but still with the home side. Durham smelling the try line and smelling the lead back in this quarter-final. Harbinson just held up. Turner. Rob Stevenson. The referee stops play. I think he said it's called it's held up, but it will be a Palatinate scrum.
Yeah, you can see Rob Stevenson sniffing around. He hasn't scored 9 tries and been top try scorer at Durham for no reason. Loves just getting off the 9, and for me that was a good option. Too many pick and goes. Again, we saw it from Bath early on in that first half, predictable. You've just got to mix it up a bit, and they changed it up, and so very nearly Rob Stevenson went over. But another opportunity here off a set play. We've seen the Durham scrum being started the second half really well. Can they get a nudge on here?
Roughly 15 minutes played in this second half. Durham 12, Bath 13. This quarter-final, this BUCS Rugby Championship, sponsored by Give a Grad a Go.
Yeah, we talk about cliches, don't we? But I feel that the next score is crucial. Durham suddenly back in this game after a poor first opening 10 minutes in the second half, but a real opportunity here. Take your chances. I feel this is their chance here to really climb into the ascendancy.
Turner with the footy. Wilson with it at the back. We saw this in Cardiff last week, how much of the drive that they can put on. Penalty going Durham's way, and somebody's going to be spending 10 minutes in the bin.
And this is ominous, isn't it?
Indeed.
You lose one of your front rows, but also another shot here for Durham. Great opportunity to have a go again. With the way that scrum was going.
Conor McGrath is the man who will be spending 10 minutes on the touchline.
With the way that scrum was going, I think the referee could be pretty impatient here from going under the post. One or two more like that, he could well give a 7-pointer under the sticks. For Jack Buckingham coming on now.
Yeah.
What a big ask. Straight in there. Real opportunity.
Making his 4th appearance of the season.
Currently leading 13 points to Durham 12.
I suppose you could look at it in a positive as well. A real chance to make a statement here. He's just come on. This could be a game changer if he gets something out of it. He'll be looking for a penalty.
John from Durham. At the back again for Wilson. Wilson trying to get this one over. But a penalty try is given instead.
Yeah, and you have to say, totally fair enough. They were completely in control of that scrum. If it wasn't for actually Buckingham, he had to sort of bore in to make the scrum turn around. The referee gave it. Very good decision, and say an easy 7 points. That'll take them 6 points in front from nowhere, really.
Right call though in your mind?
Yeah, definitely the right call. I mean, sometimes when you start to get the nudge on and you don't quite push it towards the line, and they were only a metre out when the referee blew his whistle and they were still going forward, so a good decision from me.
2 points easily converted. 6-point game. Durham lead by 19 points to 13.
Yeah, and I said before, the next score would have been crucial, and for me I feel that, but we've seen in this game it has swung in round, it has gone round and round in circles. One team gets in the ascendancy, the other one then steps up to the plate. So, never write this bar side off. We've seen the come up here before, and in the last 10 minutes, stuck the game, taken the game right out of the hands of this Durham side. So they'll know that and they'll remember that.
Back downfield, is that going to stay in touch? No, it's not, but it's a decent kick all the same. As it will be a line out on the halfway line.
Yeah, one thing this Durham team do have is some brilliant ball strikers out of hand, and when you can make such yardage off the kickoffs, I think Bath would be better off putting kick-ups to compete. At the moment they're giving them easy catches and just saying, right, kick it 50-60 metres. They've got people who can do that. Just back where they started.
Collected by Mike Snook. Oh, that's not the best. That could trickle out into touch, and it does. Well, we were talking about all the Durham unforced errors in the first 10 minutes. It seems that it's been a reversal of fortune in the second set.
Yeah, and it's all happening around the halfway line. For me, they've just got to keep it more simple. They're playing all these wide plays when they don't seem to have the skill set at the moment to complete them. So just hit it up, get your big forwards in the game, get a good target for the backs to then attack. Suck in some of these Durham defenders, because at the moment they're trying to play wide against a full back line that's defended pretty well so far.
Change of hooker. Jack Beezer now on the field. Finds his man. Turner. Norman. Brody Wilson, the captain. Turner. Jack Beezer. Well, that one hit. I think that hit the referee. I think it did.
Yeah, I think the referee got in the way there. And he's called that scrum. I think they completely outfoxed him with that inside ball, straight from the hooker to the blindside winger there, and he's given a scrum down. So a reset here for Durham and another chance.
Pushing the halfway point of this second half. And it's been pretty much a bit of a seesaw battle, hasn't it? Especially when Bath had a one-man overlap for the first 8 minutes, but no points coming from it. And now we're seeing that Durham have the one-man overlap, and they've already scored 7 points from it.
Yeah, 6 points ahead, and you sort of feel that either team can still win this. I know that sounds obvious, but no team really wants to take this game by the scruff of the neck. The mistakes are plenty from both teams, and this is a key moment again. I mean, Durham just got into the lead at 19-13. Opposition a chance 40 metres out. Can they make the most of this time?
With the man Wilson again at the back. But penalty against Durham this time. And you're looking quite confused there, Hugo.
Yeah, I'm not a scrummaging expert, but interesting decision from the referee. It was going forward from Durham. He said that they've spun it deliberately, but I'm not sure why you would necessarily do that when you've got the foot in. But anyway, it's a penalty to Bath and a chance for them again to knock the ball back into Durham territory.
Indeed they have, from the boot of Ludi Hopkinson. Frampton from the line. Goes long and finds Tom Kenge. Flynn. Mike Snook. Will Britton. Flynn. Jack Buckingham. Hopkinson. Good hit. I've not pleased the crowd, but still with the away side. Flynn. Mike Snook. The Manchester's left hand side in Jake Allen. Doesn't use him. But Bath are up to the 22. And they've got an advantage to be played. Hopkinson. Buckingham. Back they come for a penalty and points or corner.
You have to say, what have we got? 18 minutes to go with their record goal at the moment. I think they'll go to the corner. They're already pointing, I think, Humphreys to the corner. But for me, you can see what Bath can do when they get their skill set right. When they go through the phases, I think 7 or 8 phases there, wide play, sucked in a few defenders, got the opportunity, and this is where they put themselves just outside the 22. And an opportunity, right, they are going for the corner. Can they make the most of this?
Hopkinson finds the corner around, I would say, 6-7 metres out.
You always feel that kick to the corner, 6 points behind, Bath are always in with a shout. You know, they have this power game in the forwards, they have this driving maul that's been so effective so far tonight. So another opportunity, but you feel they have to, every time they get an opportunity 5-6 metres out, they have to take it. And this is the first of those opportunities.
Finds the man, and now the drive is on. With Frampton at the back. To push forward, push on. Now goes to ground. Now referee has got his arm out. I think there's a penalty advantage being played here for Bath. Flynn, free ball coming their way. Hopkinson, crossfield kick. We saw Durham do this in the first half. Can Bath get it in the second? They may do, you know. Or we just held up. But back they are going to come for that first offence.
It's an absolutely brilliant take there on the wing. I think it was Jake Allen, was it? Over on the wing. Brilliant tape. I don't know if he got it down. He's speaking to the referee. No, he's coming back. So, advantage here. And I think the only option that Durham have at the moment off the driving line out is to pull it down. We saw it in the first half. They pulled it down twice, and eventually, after a third or fourth line out, Bath went over. So, I'm sure they'll go to the corner again and try and make Durham pull their line out. They're driving them all down again.
That seems to be the option.
I think the referee as well, like he did with the scrum there on Bath's line, he'll lose his patience. If it keeps on happening, and it happens close to the line, he could go under the sticks, at least a yellow card.
Well, he's handed out 2 cards so far as our referee this evening. Well collected. And now drive on once more from the away side. Slow progress though from Bath, and they get an inch towards the touchline, but it's slow progress, but progress all the same. But into touch they go.
Yeah, the touch judges called that. Slightly unfortunate, they looked to have peeled off just before it went out there, but the touch judges called it, and Durham will be delighted with that.
Well, it's a chance for them to clear. With the line-out, send the ball downfield. We've got roughly 15 minutes left to play. Durham lead by 6.
Yeah, there's moments like this in the game which are absolutely crucial. And we saw there Durham fronting up when they needed to. They've been under pressure in the driving line-out so far, but there they got the exact angle on it, pushed the man to touch, and it's all about winning this line-out now and clearing your lines. Exit plays for Durham.
Beezer from the line finds Ed Varney. The referee gets a little shove out the way. Beezer. Kick, it's going to stay in field. Jake Allen's the man under it. Doesn't go back, it doesn't go forward though, so he picks up at the second attempt and tries to give Bath the attacking platform. Flynn picks up. Hopkinson. Advani with the tackle. Flynn. Allen. Flynn. Alex Wood. That looked a little bit high, and indeed that is the case.
Yeah, it's way too high there. He's come on as a substitute, and he's really over eager, but lucky to get away with it. The referee's slightly inconsistent there, having given a penalty earlier on against the Durham prop. So an opportunity again for the corner. How many more chances are these Durham guys going to get? Sorry, these Bath players going to get?
Another line out deep inside the Durham territory for the Bath side. 12 minutes left to play in this BUCS Rugby Championship quarter-final, sponsored by Give a Grad a Go. The winner to play Hartbury or Leeds in 7 days' time. Now once more, catch and the drive is on. The Durham defence trying to hold firm. But now the momentum begins to swing the other way. Wheeled round and now just 5 or so metres out. And another penalty coming Bath's way. So another free ball coming their way. Little chip forward, but that back they come for the penalty. And now our referee is going into his pocket, is he? Indeed he is. And Durham are down to 14.
Yeah, for me that looked an interesting call. He broke away on his own accord. They looked to have stopped the drive. He called once, he called twice, and the Bath player broke away around the fringes, and you know, an interesting call from the referee, but third chance here for Bath. You sort of feel with 10 minutes to go, 11 minutes to go, they have to take the opportunity now.
Collected at the line. Bath now with a one-man advantage. They'll probably have a one-man advantage for more or less the rest of this game. And now beginning to open up for them. Just shy of the try line they come. There with the number 11, Jake Allen.
Right forward, right.
Bath side sniffing blood, smelling blood. Durham need to hold out. They're really up against it now, but still they hold firm. Flynn looking to his left and his right. Flynn. Hopkinson. Numbs on the far right hand side. Dan Rowland looking for the corner. And he's good, he's over. Yeah, Dan Rowland with his 8th try of the season, and Bath are within 1.
Yeah, just the man you wanted there on the end of it. Great composure, kept it tight, probably actually chose the wrong way. There was options on the left, numbers on the left, they went right. They marked up well, Durham defenders, but one-on-one, Dan Rowland, as I say, the man you wanted there to finish it off, and got an opportunity here, 1918. Hugo Styles off the field, so it looks like it's Will Flynn.
It'll be Flynn or Hopkinson on kicking duty.
Yeah, it looks like Will Flynn who stepped up.
Yeah. Flynn's got 22 points to his name from his boot this season, but this one's got to be right out of the sweet spot of the boot here. The angle's against him.
Just over 9, just over 9. Yeah, it's a 9 and a bit.
There's a bit of distance between this and the kick as well, but what a kick this would be for the Bath number 9. This to take the lead. Distance to get the line. He has! Superb kick from the Bath number 9, Will Flynn, and now the away side have a 1-point lead with around 8 minutes to play.
Unbelievable scenes. We haven't seen great goal kicking tonight, but there, Will Flynn steps up for Hugo Styles, nails it from the touchline and from nowhere. You know, we said Durham next score at the start of the second half would be crucial, but Bath hung in there, and we've seen before they're a team in the last 10 minutes that come strong. Can they do it again?
Well, they upset the apple cart here 2 weeks ago when they defeated Durham by 5 points to 19. That ball go backwards. Our referee is happy with play to continue at the moment. Durham keep possession. Stevenson. Jake Allen with the tackle. Penalty to Durham. The tackler not rolling away, and now then, Hugo, do you go for goal this time?
Yeah, you have to go for goal. You know, 7 minutes to go. An opportunity here, 25, 30 metres out.
Oh no, well,
interesting option. Very interesting option. They're obviously not overly confident with the goal kick. It hasn't been great tonight, you have to say, from Durham. So, but still, all they want is territory. They're 20 minutes out. They've got 7 minutes to go of the BUCS Rugby Championship. You know, if they don't win this game, they are out. It's a knockout. Big 7 minutes for Durham University.
Well collected. Brody Wilson, the man with possession. Turner. Well, cries a crossing from the touchline here, but the ball's popped out and it's going to go into Bath possession as they'll try and send this one downfield. That is going to be the case with this land into touch. It certainly will do, and that is an excellent kick.
Yeah, and exactly what Bath wanted. Defensively, we saw a crossing midfield. Referee probably should have given that, but afterwards, the rip in the tackle, the clearance kick, the exit up to the 40-metre line, and Bath can breathe again. But you know, what have we got? 5.5 minutes to go. Nail-biting stuff. Can Bath hold out?
Beezer. Turner. Norman. Holmes. Turner. Good tackle from Will Britton. Wilson, the captain. Turner. Goes to his left-hand side. Rob Stevenson. Big talisman. being carried along the floor with that shirt being pulled. Is the number 12, Charlie Dunbar. Still with Durham territory. Beezer into the 22, he comes. Looking for an option. Ball pops out into Turner's hands. Goal for the high tackle. Now then, penalty a little bit closer this time, Hugo. Now do they go for goal?
What a decision. I mean, they didn't go for the last one. This is probably 10 metres closer. You have to say, 4 minutes to go. They really have to go for goal here. Exactly what they're doing. See Charlie Norman signal to the post. Now or never, you feel for Durham.
Well, we've got an official from the RFU who just told us there's 5 minutes left to play, so big kick. Charlie Norman. But one thing that can't be certain is it's certainly going to be a grandstand finish here this evening.
We've seen that with both these teams. You know, every time they've played against each other over the years, always been a tight finish, and this is no different. But what an opportunity here for Charlie Norman. Only 2 games this year. Could be a hero.
He sends it on its way. It's going to miss on the right-hand side of the upright. Still a 1-point game, and we have 4 minutes left to play. There was an eerie silence, wasn't there, before that kick? They gave as much concentration as they could, and much respect they could for Norman, but it wasn't good enough. Still a 1-point game.
Yeah, but how vocal this crowd has been. It was eerily silent, as you say. But you know, for me, his kicking out of hand, off the tee, hasn't been good enough tonight. And you know, opportunities like that can't be passed away. There's such a short amount of time left. You can see why he didn't have the confidence from the one before to take it. It really wasn't a pure strike there.
1 point the difference. This could be down to a penalty, it could be down to a drop goal, it could be down to a flash of brilliance. Stevenson. Turner. Brockleback. Turn it again. Norman. Can he redeem himself? Well, penalty advantage being played here for Durham for that high tackle. Beezer. Turner. Norman. Back, they're going to come for the penalty. Send him again, please.
Surely, 40 metres out. He's got to have another crack. His clock is ticking fast. 2 minutes to go, we make it. 2.5 minutes possibly. He's got to go for it.
The referee just indicated to one of the players that it's 2 minutes to go. And again, they're going off the tee.
And again, that's one of the new regulations. You know, it didn't look initially that high, but you know, around the shoulder, slipped up, and unfortunately for Bath, their eagerness and aggressiveness in defence has cost them here, and an opportunity for Charlie Norman.
Well, we've just been told from the official from the RFU there's 4 minutes left to play. So then, eerily silent for Norman once more. Missed from his attempt a couple of minutes ago, but can he redeem himself with this kick? This to take the lead. How's your luck this time? He's at the post! Britton is the man who collects. Flynn. And now Allen is on the run. Allen with the kick downfield. That might go out on the full. Is it going to stay in play? It does stay in play. And then another chase is more definitely on. Stevenson. Rawcliffe. Rawcliffe stays strong and brings him down to the ground. Ben Stevenson. Tom McLean kept himself in play. Nathan Holmes. Adam Brocklebank, big forward, uses his strength to get up towards the halfway line. Turner. Opido. Turner. Norman. Stevenson. Turner. Holmes. Ball comes out and it went backwards, the referee says, but it's still maybe in home side possession. I spoke too soon. Bath will have to put in, and that could be the game.
Oh, Charlie Norman, 2 opportunities. First one just shaved the right, second one hit the right hand post. You know, it's not destined not to be their night, is it? And then another forward pass there in midfield from Nathan Holmes. 1 minute left, comes from the referee. Big opportunity here for Bath. They've got possession, just run down the clock. Their defence there, you can hear the hits going in from our commentary position. Outstanding defence. See how much it means to this Bath side, and a semi-final beckons for them at either Hartpury or against Hartpury or Leeds.
We've relied me informed there's 1 minute of play left to go. Bath are trying to eat up as much time as possible with this scrum.
Yeah, the one thing they don't want to concede is a penalty here. Solid scrum, get the ball out quickly and just pick from the base of the 8 and just hold on to the ball. Pick and go is their strength. Just get it going. Get some sort of platform here off number 8.
One of the most important scrums of the night, if not the most important. Wilson's tackled by Turner. Forwards, just use them now to try and run this clock down. Mike Snook. Bath looking to run the clock down. 20 seconds we've got, been relying in front. They're just going to inch their way forward here and use the clock as their friend. Snook again. They've just been right before this time has just been called. What's been given there? That is it! And the University of Bath have got a famous victory here at the University of Durham. They beat them 2 weeks ago, and lightning certainly does strike twice. They have defeated the University of Durham by 19 points to 20. Hugo Southwell, superb game of University Rugby.
Yeah, they hung in there, didn't they? They right to the death. You know, they've got the game. They stick in games. They keep it tight. They've got a forward pack to when they need to score the decisive tries. Exactly what they did. 10 minutes to go, held on. A few missed kicks, yes, from Charlie Norman, but Bath in the end deserved winners, and they go on to meet Hartpury or Loughborough, Hartpury or Leeds Beckett next week.
What a superb game, and no doubt it's great celebrations for this Bath side, who may have blossomed just at the right time of the season here. They all go down to either Hartpury or up to Leeds next week, and they're only one game away from a place at Twickenham.
Yeah, for me, Bath are going to have to develop their game in the next week in terms of what they can produce, and you know, at the moment their game just doesn't have enough balance to me to really threaten the top sides. And you know, we'll see next week if Hartpury win, like we expect them to do, and they take on this Bath side. It'll be interesting to see how far Bath have come.
Indeed, that will certainly be the case. My thanks to Hugo Southwell. You'll hear from him very shortly. He's going to try and get some reaction from some of the Bath players and coaching staff. And just to remind you, we are back on air tomorrow night. Won't be myself, but Hugo will be on the air tomorrow night as Loughborough host Cardiff University. And just to remind you, the other quarter-final that takes place tomorrow as well is Cardiff Met University heading down to Exeter. But that's one of the quarter-finals that has been done this evening. The University of Bath have been victorious here at the University of Durham by 20 points to 19. A great tie of University Championship Rugby we have seen here this evening. And as I said, just to remind you, we're back on air tomorrow night when Loughborough host Cardiff University. And we'll be with you with the two semi-finals next week. So a fantastic game of rugby we have seen here in Durham this evening, and Hugo Southwell is pitch side along with the Bath coach, and let's hear what they have to say.
I've enjoyed my not a great game, but in the end, yeah, for me it was very much a forwards battle won by your players. You stuck. The impressive thing for me is you stuck in the game. You know, you could have at the second half when they scored that try, you could have gone on and lost the game, but you stuck in there, hung on in there, scored that try, and then at the end, yes, lucky, but 10 minutes, really good defence.
Yeah, we've defended well, really well. Yeah, and as I said, we're lucky, but I'm, you know, pleased with our boys. You know, we worked hard. They worked hard tonight. They had to put in a shift. We talked about before coming out, we'd need to put in a shift tonight, and we're pleased that. And in 2 weeks' time, we'll only remember we won.
Yeah, well, good luck, Aaron, and whoever you play, whether Hartbury or Leeds Beckett, good luck with that next week.
Thank you very much, Hugo. Thank you.
Thanks. And now I've been joined by Will Britton, captain of Bath. So you won by 1 point. Bit of a scrappy game in the second half, but you did what you needed to. And how exciting is it to be in the semi-final next week?
It's brilliant. As you said, Durham proved that they were kind of deserved to be this far in the competition. It was an absolute dogfight from the start. We knew it would be. A very physical game. But yeah, on to next week. Really excited.
And you've done the double up here against Durham now. You know, you're proving to be quite a good reckoning away from home. Yeah. When you go probably potentially away at Hartbury next week, what game are you going to have to bring over there? You've shown your forward dominance today. Yeah. You'll have to bring more of a balanced game, I guess, against Hartbury next week.
Yeah, I think so. They're a strong team, so more to come, like you saw today. But I think they'll be very similar to Durham, very physical. And like you said, we're going to have to just find that balance and see what gets us over on the day. Well, best Cheers, thank you very much. Cheers.
And thanks very much to the Bath players and coaches. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see. We're going to try and get some of the Durham players and coaches now as well. So we'll walk down, and tomorrow we'll see you down at Loughborough for the game against Cardiff. Thanks very much for joining us.